Hello everyone, thank you for joining me once again. Today, being International Bee Day, I thought, or rather International Day of the Bee, is better, I thought I could show you how to make this little bee puppet to play with. So, what do we need to make our bee? We're going to need two colors of card, black and white. We're going to need some eyes. I've printed out a whole sheet of eyes for myself because we do lots of things with eyes. And not everybody has the googly eyes, so I thought stick-on eyes would be better. We're going to need a pipe cleaner. We're going to need a popsicle stick or a dowel or a skewer, something like that, or a stick from the garden if you have one. We are going to need two split pins. What is a split pin? It looks like a pin, but it opens up and splits so that there are two legs, and I'll show you what we'll do with those. We're going to need a pencil, we're going to need a marker. I've got this clippy thing to make holes with, but you can use something sharp to poke the holes if you want. You don't have to buy one of these. You're going to need your scissors because we're cutting out shapes. We're going to need some strings, and you know I've got my shiny green stuff that I like so much. We're going to need sticky tape, we're going to need glue, or if you have it, you can use double-sided tape. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. So, let me put my materials to a side and we can get started. Right, what do we need to do? Some of our white paper, it's preferable to use card. We're going to need a stiff card, and we're going to cut out two hearts exactly the same. And then we're going to use our marker pen, and we're going to draw veins on them because they're going to be our wings. And if you're very pedantic, you can make sure that they are a perfect mirror image of each other. But who cares how the veins go? So you need a biggish heart for your wings for your bee. Then you need smaller hearts, two in black, two in yellow, just a smidgen smaller than your wing hearts. And if you look at it, that's more or less the proportion you want, sort of half the big heart for your little hearts. So we cut out our two white hearts, we cut out our two yellow hearts, and we cut out our two black hearts. We also cut for ourselves a bit of string. Now remember how I said measure your string? So it's about that long. Just a good length. So what do we do first? Now your pencil is obviously for drawing your hearts. And you know how to draw your heart because I showed you in the Valentine's Day heart drawing craft. So I'm not going to show that again, but you can look back on our other videos and see how it goes. Maybe you're lucky enough to have one of those punches that punches out hearts. You can do it like that as well. So first things first, we have to assemble our bee. Now that is our pattern. We want a black heart, a yellow heart, a black heart, a yellow heart. On the yellow heart we stick our two eyes. So I have my black heart and my yellow heart, and we stick them together. spaced about like that. You can see I made some big ones as well. They've got very googly eyes. I didn't realize they were staring so hard. But anyway, so we can put a bit of glue and stick our black heart. Now I've already stuck my 2 eyes on here, so all I have to do is draw the little smile, because this is a friendly little bee. Bees are our friends. If the bees go away, none of us will have food to eat, so it's quite an important thing. Remember to work on your messy surface. We don't want glue all over Mom's table. So, I have stuck my little bee body together. Now I have to make some holes where I'm going to attach the wings, and it's on its shoulders, as I think of it, in the black bit here. So, let's see if my clippy thing will work, because sometimes it does not. You have to leave enough paper so that it won't tear. So we'll go in here and we'll guess about 5 millimeters in. Oh, I think this thing is not going to work. And I fibbed, it works. So there's that. And there's that. So I've got my 2 holes. I have already, in my wings, made 2 holes. You want a hole near the tip, and in line with it, a little bit further in, another hole. And I would say, again, about 5 millimeters between them. And the reason is this. How does our puppet work? It works like this. So you can see the one hole has a split pin through it, and the other hole has my string through it. So I think it will be easier if we do the antenna for our bee first. And for that we need our pipe cleaner. So we fold it in half, more or less. We're very careful with the jaggy bits. So if you've got a fine, what they call a crocodile nose pliers, you can curl the ends over, but you can just pinch it with your finger, very careful. Don't hurt yourself. And then you just curl it up so that it's nice and curled. So we turn our bee over, and we put our antenna where we think they should be. We use some sticky tape, and we sticky them on securely. At this point, it's also a good thing to sticky on our puppet stick. So just on the bottom there, give it a little bit of space so that it gives your puppet a bit of stiffness. So now, sticky it on securely, and we rub the sticky tape flat so that it won't interfere. So we position everything where we think that would be a good thing for it to be. Now comes the tricky thing. We're going to attach the wings. And how are we going to attach them? We're going to line up the second hole, the furthest away hole, with the hole in the body, like that. Yeah? And how will it stay like that? We use our split pin. So you put the split pin through the hole, and you split it. Sometimes it's a bit of a job. Sometimes the one point is longer than the other one. Now we've got our split pin open like this. These are jaggy, and they'll get caught up in everything. So what I tend to do is I curl them over. I just twizzle them over the same way I twizzled over the antenna for my bee, so that it looks curled over like that. And this one, I'm going to do the same thing. Now, at the same time, split pins are designed to hold something really tight, but you should make it so that there's a bit of play. Don't do it too tight, or your mechanics of your wings won't work. So let us do the second wing. And I put my split pin. The other reason why you shouldn't make it too tight is because you will be tying your string on, and you need a little bit of space to maneuver. Otherwise, it'll be big trouble. I mean, you could probably tie your string on before you attach the wings, but I think they might rip if you do that. So this is what I do. And I just curl the split pin over so that it's like that. Now we have to tie our string on, and we put the string through those two remaining holes, those two leftover holes. So let's see if I can do that right. So the string goes through the hole, and it goes from underneath the wing and through the hole. You might have to manipulate it a little bit to make sure that it goes in the right direction. And then you tie it, but only with a very short little length, because you need the rest of your string to work your puppet. So let's do this. Right over, left, and the bunny goes through the hole. And don't tie it too tightly. You don't want to tie it too tightly, because then nothing moves either. So, and then left goes over right. Do you learn knots in the Girl Guides and the Boy Scouts anymore? Do we even have guides anymore? So, and just for safety, I'll tie another little knot. Just a normal overhand knot. If you are unsure of how to make an overhand knot, there are YouTube videos out there, and you can follow them. So, let me see. I've got my string tied on. You can see the short bit there. And my split pins are loose, but you don't really see them when you look at the bee from the front. And now, hey ho, my bee is flying. So I hope you have a lot of fun making your own bees. And if you want, you can post me some pictures down below in the comments so that I can see what your bees look like. Because they will have all different sizes, because remember, you're going to draw your own hearts, aren't you? Thank you for watching again, and I shall see you another time with some more crafts. Bye!